Assalamu alaikum and hello and welcome everyone. Today I'm joined by the wonderful Lubna Kerr. Assalamu alaikum, Lubna.
Walaikum salam, Tati. How are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah, and I'm so pleased to have you with me today. So to introduce you to our audience, Lubna Kerr, for those of you who don't know, is an actress, a stand-up comedian, a writer, I believe a pharmacist as well, and mashallah, a female, a Muslim, Scottish with a Pakistani background. So all in all, an amazing person and absolutely entertaining personality. So welcome once again, Lubna. And I'm so excited to speak to you today because we're talking about your theatre production called TICKBOX, which I had the pleasure to see quite some time ago, and I believe you've been going around the country, performing. So it's coming up this weekend in Dundee, my hometown. So great if we could hear from you. What is TICKBOX? What is it about? And what are people in for if they hopefully decide to come along this weekend?
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me on. So TICKBOX, when you saw it was called TICKBOX, and I've updated it since then. I've worked with a black female director this year for this version of TICKBOX, and I've called it TICKBOX 2. It's my parents' journey. They came from a middle class life in Pakistan in the 1960s. My father got a scholarship to do a PhD in chemistry, and he brought my mum over to come and live in Govan in Glasgow in the 60s. So it's just the culture shock, the casual racism, and what it was like for my mum then when, she had to learn everything from scratch. She never needed to cook or clean or do anything. And she had to, to learn all these things and then also cope with the Scottish Glaswegian culture, which was obviously different, shall we say, in those days. So yeah, it's a sad play. It's a happy play. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It'll take you on a journey of lots of different emotions, and hopefully it will resonate with the people who come to see it, because it's not just my parents' story. It's your parents, your grandparents, our great grandparents' story. I think it's something that we don't see on the theatre, and it's really important to be part of the arts if we want to change the rhetoric of what's been said about us in the arts.
Absolutely, absolutely, Lubna. And it's funny because everything that you've described there is what I experienced when I came to watch it. It was just such a moving, such a relatable story, and it was full of emotion. It was full of comedy. It was full of inspiration. So I still remember it to this day. It was really fantastic, and I would encourage everyone to go along to Dundee this weekend. It's on Saturday night at the Keiller Centre. Is that right, Lubna?
7 o'clock at the Keiller Centre. We've actually sold a lot of tickets, so we've only maybe got about 10 or so left. So if people do want to come along, I would urge them to book quickly, because this is the last time I'm going to be doing it in Scotland this year. Last time for people to come from wherever they are, if they can travel to Dundee, come and see it, because I know it's my play, but I've got so many 4-star reviews for it. I'm taking it down to London, and I'm touring it in other places in England as well. So I really want my home country to see it, I think it's really important because it's a story that's being brought up in Scotland.
Absolutely, absolutely. So for all us those Scottish ladies and men, there's something for everyone. Please go along this weekend. And it's great that you've been out all over Scotland and England, and maybe inshallah in the future internationally as well, and maybe even in Pakistan. I think it'd be amazing to take it to there.
I think it's really interesting to take it to Pakistan, because they think Valette, the roads are paved with gold here. And I think they should really hear what the reality of life is like. But I do also want to say that it's totally family friendly. So if your child is, say, greater than 8, you can come with the whole family. In fact, when I did it in Glasgow this year, I had a family of 15, came from granny to, to grandson. So it's very rare that you can all go out as a family. So, come and see the show. It's on at 7, finish by 8, then go for dinner, or go for dinner first and bring me a samosa. I mean, it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, no, definitely. You're definitely in for a treat. I remember I took my daughter along and she really loved it. So please, please do go along. And thank you so much, Lubna. And inshallah, hopefully I'll have the pleasure of speaking to you again. Thank
Yeah,
you.
inshallah. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank
Allah
you. Allah
Hafiz.
Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.